I'm going to show you how to resize and prepare images to be used on a website. We've got some basically close to raw images here. One random image that we're going to save as a JPEG, and one logo that we need a transparent background on, and we're going to save that as a PNG. So let's get started with the JPEG image here. This is just a basic image that we're going to use on a website we're building. This file originally is nearly 3.2 megabytes, which is huge. We definitely don't want to use a file that big on our website. That'll cause pages to load very slowly. Possibly customers or visitors will want to leave our website if that occurs. So the first thing we're going to do here, this image is very big. It's 5,762 pixels by 3,747. We're going to bring that image down. We're going to reduce the size. We're going to go to Image, Scale Image. This is one way to cut a lot of the potential data out of the image size here. So we're going to bring that down to 1,000. We're going to use a little bit less than that on the final website, but we want to make it a little bit bigger so that it scales down on the website. That'll make the quality a bit better. So we're gonna reduce the size there. So now the image is much smaller. Let's go ahead and zoom in just a little bit here. Okay, there we go. Now our image is 1,000 by 650. Okay, what we're gonna do here now, we don't really need to edit anything else. We're gonna go to Export As, and we're gonna do a modification here to get the file size that we want. I'm saving this as a website photo-1, website-photo-1.jpg. If you want to change the file extensions, you can do that over here. But JPEG is a good file type for normal images on a website. Okay, so we want to go to export here, and we're going to make a change. Yes, to just replace that. We're going to make a change here to the size. We want to get our final image size somewhere between 40 and 60 kilobytes. That'll be a good image size for a website. To adjust the file size, you need to check this Show Preview and Image window. By default, it's off right here, so it won't show you the file size. We want to turn that on here, and that will get your image preview size. We can delete some of this extra data, but as you see, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. So just comparison there. This is basically a lot of metadata. But yeah, like I said, it doesn't really change too much. Really, you don't even have to mess with that if you don't want to. But a quick way to change this here, you can just click. It moves by 10% increments. I like this file size here. I think that'll be okay. I think we'll be able to still have a decent quality image that's ready for the web. Then I just go to export, and let's take a look at it here. Okay, now have a look here. We see a little bit of quality loss here. We can maybe make that a little bit greater quality if we want. We can do this in two ways. We can reduce the quality here, or we can increase the quality back a little bit. So one thing we can do, if this image size is way too big still, we can reduce it further. I can take it down to 800. Then when we export it again, same name, I'm just going to overwrite that one. I'm going to leave it at 50% there. See, that is actually even a little bit smaller. Okay, now let's take a look at what happened with the image. So yeah, that looks a bit better. It's a little bit cleaner. Still, we do notice that there's some loss, but this image still looks pretty good for a web display. I think that'll work nicely. And you can kind of play with that, get the values you want. You can go, a little bit higher quality if you feel like. But in most situations, this is going to be okay. And that's it. That's all we need to do for the JPEG image. Now, for a PNG, we might need to do something a little bit different here. As you see, I made this generic logo on Canva. And by default, their canvas size is square. We want to get rid of some of this extra space because it makes it easier to put on a website with less blank space around. I want to leave a little buffer zone, but get pretty close, be fine. That looks okay. Then we're going to go to image and crop to selection. That'll get rid of that extra canvas space. Now with the PNG, we're going to export. And you need to remember with PNG has a layer that is clear. It's opaque. So we need to maintain that layer by keeping it as a PNG. I'm just going to call this website logo.png. We want to leave it as the PNG file type there. And when we export, it's going to bring up a compression. We can get rid of a lot of this. We don't want comment creation time. Just extra metadata. The less you compress, the greater the file size here. Let's leave it at a 2 here. Maybe in this example, let's see what happens. So I've made the logo. It doesn't look bad. I think this is a lot from the original. Let's try a couple different options here and see what happens. I'm going to name this one 2. We'll put the compression at 0 and see what happens. So pretty similar here. Not much has changed, but the difference between the two is quite different. With 0 compression, it's at nearly 1 megabyte. The compressed 2 notches is at 70 kilobytes, 72 kilobytes. So that's a huge difference, and we definitely want to have some type of compression there. They look pretty much the same when I pull both of them up here. Let's compare them side by side. Not much different. I don't really love this logo in general, but if you want to see the original, this is what it looks like. So pretty much the same there. Okay. Haven't really lost any quality. Now that's about it for resizing your logo and a generic image. If you want to keep the changes, you can go to Save As and save them as a GIMP friendly file type. But that's it for preparing your images for a website. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.